Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are on this fast forward planet. This is the Sunday Sanity variant on my Sustain What show. And given the beating that Ukraine has taken from theoretical ally this past week, I thought we would start with some of the Ukrainian soldiers who are also musicians to honor their both their determination to stay creative and spirited in the middle of the assault from the current presidency of this country and the sycophants in Congress who are enabling the president. So hold on a second. Here we go.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. It chokes me up.
Yeah, me too. Hoy boy.
Yeah, so that's Moisey Bondarenko on fiddle, violin, and his girlfriend Katrusia, who are both still in the army. And he's been posting some pretty powerful stuff. I mean, that was obviously produced. It's recorded in the studio. And they were playing along with it, but he's pretty creative and gutsy musician. So music makes a big difference in so many ways, and hopefully people can follow him and support him. On my blog post that I did, you can go to his Patreon and PayPal. And he's on Instagram. There he is. Here's another. He's actually playing in front of the cannon. But then, of course, video recording.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty wild. And we can get back into the music too, but it just feels like such a frustrating moment right now.
How was it 3 or 4 years ago that Russia went into Ukraine?
3. Well, in 2014, and then they just the full scale invasion was 3 years ago.
So when that happened, I feel like I'm back in a deja vu going back, because when that happened, I remember I was so profoundly affected, and we did a fundraiser at the Opera House down here in Stonington to raise money for Ukraine, and we raised, I think, $4,500 and sent it to a World Central Kitchen. But
yeah, that's great.
One thing I did was I took the Ukrainian waltz, which is a beautiful waltz.
Oh, I remember that. Yes,
and
I've heard you play it.
I created the words to the Ukrainian waltz, about which maybe I could play that. I feel like it's so relevant now that
I'd love that.
I played it for a while, but I could try to get through it.
Yeah, and let me just play this one other clip, because this was recorded in the field. Surreal. Yeah. So, Donna, hello.
Good morning.
Where in the world are you guys? I can't remember where this festival is.
It's the Glendale Folk and Heritage Festival in Glendale, Arizona.
So that's the one in Arizona. Okay, yeah. Great. So we have Arizona in the room. We have California. Julio, you're up in Livermore area?
Indeed, fabulous Livermore.
Yep. And Jeff, just down the coast from me in Penobscot, Maine, and Karen Brooks.
Stonington.
Oh, Stonington. Yeah, okay. And Karen in Florida right now.
Temporarily.
Yeah. So good morning to you all. Good morning to everyone who's watching. These are tough times. I do wonder what is in the heads of many of the Republicans who voted for Donald Trump. It seems to be some conflicts among some, but there's this kind of bizarre need to negate your own logic and emotions when the fearless leader you've elected has got such a hold on your beliefs or whatever it is. But we're here to not get into that today. We're here to get into the music, and music can bridge some of these gulfs around us. So maybe Jeff, if you're in a position to play that tune, that'd be great.
I would take second in line. I'm not.
Okay. If you're not quite,
I need to review it, and I need to tune my guitar. I kind of had a poem, but
that's cool too. We've done a lot of poetry on this show over the years.
What I'd like to do is read the poem and just and then I can go later with the Ukrainian waltz. If I could read the poem, I'd love to start with that.
Absolutely, that's good.
It's sort of I woke up this morning and I mean, so I went skiing for 3 days up to Sugarloaf which is just a great place to go skiing. And we hit the weather, just the snow was good. It snowed like 4 to 6 inches one day, and then we had powder. We were skiing, and I don't know how many people ski here, but I don't get to go very often, but I just love it. So there was this one trail called Double Bitter. Has anybody skied at Sugarloaf?
Not me.
Anyways, powdery and bumpy, and just I was laughing. I was so elated with my friend Terry. I was actually laughing all the way down out loud.
That's cool.
So I came back with this. I came back, and I just, it was so refreshing to get away from everything around me and everybody else in this world. And I didn't want to lose this elated feeling. So I went back to that moment going down the slope. And I wrote this poem this morning. I had to capture it. So I skied down a mountain, and it probably needs editing, but it's good enough for this.
Okay.
I skied down a mountain of powder, couldn't stop laughing out louder. All the trees watching, my turning was prouder. No stopping, no clouds in the sky. So what if I gasp out loud a yodel, a vocal unfolding for the winds strongest gusting and holding? Will anyone hear my elation? Or only a squirrel on the snow-covered crust on a branch high above my vacation? So the crescendo stacked like a cairn in a spoonful of time on my path lives in my soul, ski boots to helmet, nothing no better to last. So one for the bucket list, into the fountain of memories, that day that I skied down the mountain. And it's not done.
No, I like it. We all need a little elation these days to get through the tougher parts of what's going on.
Yeah.
That's not the same place where Vice President Vance just skied?
No, that was in Wakefield, Vermont, in Sugar Bush.
Sugar Bush. Okay, yeah.
I have a dear friend that used to live there, and horrendous. Some things, yeah.
Well, thank you, Jeff Warner.
Betcha.
And maybe that'll end up being a song too.
Yeah,
you never know.
It might. We got to have happiness with all the unhappiness.
Yeah,
balance for sure.
Absolutely. So, Donna, so I understand you probably have to get over to the festival soon. Do you have a song to share? Wake up the mornings.
Well, I'd like to also share a little bit about the festival. It's this is the 35th year, and from what I understand from Rick, it's run like the original Clearwater Festival was run, where it's all volunteer. All the musicians are volunteers, and there's, I think, like 6 stages, and there's workshops, and it's really cool festival.
And this is the Glendale
Folk and Heritage Festival.
That's really cool. And
the founder, Lon Austin, is just, Rick calls it, yeah, you got it, excellent. He's a cosmic cowboy. But yeah, he takes all these things seriously, but he says you still have to live your life and keep on. So in order to brighten your day, because spring's around the corner. We're in March.
It's around the corner everywhere but Maine.
Well, it was 49 degrees here in Arizona this morning.
No. I just got back from Austin, Texas and stuff.
So this is for spring.
Awesome.
De colores he visto en los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de fuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Cante el gallo con el kiri, 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 kiri. Thank you, Karen. La gallina con el cara, 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 cara. Los pollitos con el pío, 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 pío. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. De colores, sí, de blanco y negro y rojo y azul y castaña. Son colores que cría estrecha la mano. We got it, sort of. Son colores que gente que sabe de la libertad. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. I forgot the last verse does talk about people of many colors reaching out their hand and reaching for liberty.
I gotta learn that verse because we don't do that verse. I didn't even know about it.
Oh, yeah,
you gotta send me the words. Yeah.
When I get home, remind me. Right, my life is a little.
yes, I get it.
Oh, that's great. I hadn't heard that first either. So maybe down to Florida and Karen, and then we'll get to Julio, who has sent me a couple of videos of him playing Schumann on his piano, which comes through better by far by me playing the video than listening to it through the microphone.
I just tuned it, and except okay. I didn't. So maybe somebody else and come back to me.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna mute.
Maybe I'll quickly do my prayer and a toast, which is a song that seems to come to mind these days for some reason. You'll probably understand why in a second.
Something is very weird. It might be your cord. Just move your cord to your instrument. It's crackling and doing something.
Cord? There is no cord attached to the. Maybe my microphone is crackling again. I thought I solved that problem. Is it? Do you still hear it?
No, but just go ahead and I'll stick my finger up.
Fluky doesn't even begin to describe the way life feels these days. Crisis a minute has become the norm. Worries just won't go away. Bills are piled high, windows are barred. Tread on my tires, worn thin. Got such an assortment of problems, I don't know where to begin. So I take my old dog for a 7-mile walk, stare at the clouds in the sky, sit on a rock on the top of a hill and just simply wonder why. Why am I here? Where am I headed? Is there an end to these woes? Then the sun peeks out and a rainbow appears and my dog licks me on my nose. That's when I realize things ain't half as bad as they seem to be. I got 2 good legs, it's a beautiful day, and at least my dog loves me. I've decided to take it all a day at a time. Made myself a little oath. Gonna start each day with a prayer and end each day with a toast. Gonna start each day with a prayer and end each day with a toast. I get back to my house, pay one of my bills, write a new resume, call an old friend I hadn't seen for years. He said I'd made his day. He's behind on his rent. His roof has a leak. He's fighting with his wife. I say, it sounds like you could use a little dose of my new approach to life. You see, I realize things ain't half as bad as they seem to be. I got 2 good legs, it's a beautiful day, and I know my dog loves me. I've decided to take it all a day at a time. Made myself a little oath. Gonna start each day with a prayer and end each day with a toast. Gonna start each day with a prayer and end each day with a toast. There you go.
I love that song. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel that way,
Yeah.
I kind of have this diurnal cycle. I wake up optimistic, go to bed kind of bummed out, and tend to wake up optimistic the next day.
Yeah. There you go. It's
How
what
old
you
is
gotta
that
do.
song, Andy?
Huh?
When did you write that song?
About 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I remember the first time I played it was at David Byrne's store. I think I played it to him in Beacon. Maybe it was 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. But anyway,
It's nice.
yeah, it's fun.
You got to work on flipping that around. You got to wake up pessimistic and go to sleep optimistic.
Yeah, it would be fun. Although it doesn't seem to work. I mean, there probably are people for whom that is their that's their rhythm, but not me. So Julio, just for those who don't know, besides being a physicist and a great student and practitioner focused on getting the carbon emissions out of our lives, you're a really fine pianist and a musician, all around musician, and you're married to a musician, I believe. So,
I am extremely lucky that way. Yes, my wife is not a semiconductor; she's a superconductor. And,
that's pretty.
2 orchestras here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, that's pretty great. So music, I assume, plays a nice role for you in centering, or how does it come into your life?
Absolutely. There isn't a day where there isn't music in my day. It's just that simple. Even if I'm traveling, even if I'm away, if I can see a piano, I'll try to play it. If I can play at the piano, I'll do it. And if I can't do either of those things, we'll hear it.
Yeah.
And it's a way to keep contact with your sanity, as you are doing here, but it's also a way to connect to the sublime and the eternal. So
That's true.
Not giving that up anytime soon.
So I am going to play the first clip with the cat because I just can't resist. All right, you that.
Nice.
Boy, I could just feel my blood pressure just kind of going ooh, down. That's so sweet.
I'm gonna have to, but I'd like to introduce two other musicians to you, and maybe they'll join you from California sometime. This is
Yeah.
Ann and Cindy.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, man.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Nice to meet you.
They're also
Hi.
playing at the Glendale Folk and Heritage Festival, and maybe we can get all of you could someday come out and play at the folk.
Oh,
Heritage
you would
Fair.
love it.
Come on out.
It's beautiful here in Phoenix this time of year.
Wow. Where are you based normally?
We're down by San Bernardino, a little town called Calamasa
Fantastic.
in California.
Yeah, Lisa and I are gonna have to get out to that one because it's a nice time of year to get away from Maine also.
Yes.
Definitely. It's sunny and gorgeous out today.
Wow. We'll just enjoy the time and thanks for popping in. And
Yeah.
Donna, thank you for
Hello, everybody. Thanks.
we'll see you again.
Hopefully next week. Bye all. Thank you
Bye-bye.
for my morning sanity.
Bye, Donna.
Hugs to Lisa.
Absolutely.
See ya.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I am tuned up if you want.
Yes, let's go for it.
Okay.
And then over to Jeff if he's ready too.
Yeah. And I have to say, I wrote this song for a songwriting contest at Will McLean Festival in Florida a bunch of years ago. And it's all become true, which is it's hard to revive it. Anyway, I'm going to go for it. Blue skies in Nokomis and the dolphins down in Venice. Everything's so beautiful that I should write a song. Sleeping turtles, Lemon Bay, gopher tortoise and scrub jay. Sometimes we don't notice all the changes going on. But I still love those peaceful nights, the jasmine breeze and moon so bright. Soon my precious coastline will be gone. Pelicans are swooping down, eagles, they just soar around. All the birds so beautiful, like jewels in the sky. Fishing on the jetty, jam still going steady. Sometimes we play all night, singing round the fire. But I still love those peaceful nights, the jasmine breeze and moon so bright. Soon my precious coastline will be gone. Say that when the Gulf breaks through, might be in a year or two, inner coastal waters won't protect us anymore. Oh, let's see if I can find those words again. How will all the manatees, cypresses and banyan trees stay alive in winter when their home's beneath the shore? People in a hurry, they don't have time to worry, and no one's really knowing just how fast the coast is going, and no one's really saying just how hard we have been praying. But I still love those peaceful nights, the jasmine breeze and moon so bright. Soon my precious coastline will be gone. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I did come
Yeah,
in fourth. I came in fourth place for that, and now it's like, would they even let me play it? You know?
I miss manatees. Man, I haven't been down to Florida in too long. We have to get
I
back there.
know.
My grandparents lived there for a long time. My parents lived there for a long time, and it was just great. It's a troubled state, you know.
It's a little painful to be here now. It really is.
Yeah,
You know, people are not afraid to speak their mind about the politics, and it's really, unfortunately, it's hard to be around a bunch of my friends now. You know, it's
yeah,
just the things that they are saying is just wow, okay.
yeah.
And we're not going to talk about that this morning.
No, although I want to inject a little bit more. One other bit of music from Ukraine before we get to Jeff in the next round here. I just had this queued up. Okay, yeah. So it's the national anthem. It's a beautiful national anthem, and they're going to play two different versions of it. First, this was a batch of Ukrainian soldiers not too long ago. Let's see if this works. Pretty powerful. But now I want to present to you a remarkable version that a Swedish and Norwegian musicians just performed on traditional Nordic instruments. And it's just so cool. I'll tell you their names in a second. It's just so beautiful.
Wow.
There was a woman from Connecticut who came on the show 2 or 3 years ago, or right in the middle of the pandemic, who plays the nickel harpa. That's that remarkable instrument that's bowed but has keys like a piano, and that sound is just magical. And the hardanger fiddle has extra strings underneath the strings. And I don't know if you've ever played one, Jeff. I know there's some people up here.
The what?
A hardanger fiddle, those
No,
Scandinavian
but I've
people?
seen the nickel harpers, and we actually have somebody that's learning the nickel harper in our ensemble right now.
Oh, that's cool.
She's going to go to Sweden next year for the whole semester, for the whole year to learn it.
That's pretty cool. Well, I can't
Great.
wait for her to come back and show it off. It's really cool. So, Jeff, you have a song queued up?
I can't. I just tried to get this, and I used to play mandolin on it in our band, and we had a whole arrangement. So I'm going to sing something that's. I'm not going to sing the Ukrainian waltz.
That's cool.
But I'm going to sing. This is one I wrote called "Patient Dog," and since you had a song that had your dog licking your nose in it.
Yeah.
This is a song called "Patient Dog," and it's one I wrote. It's from the dog's perspective. Maybe I could show my guitar
Sure.
a little bit. You've been gone for way too long. It's so hard when the wind blows. Oh, I see a tennis ball right outside my window. Thought I heard you coming home. Only the mailman. I hold on as long as I can. It's so hard when the wind blows. Caught your scent where you went. The wind plays tricks, I'm so sure. Just a breeze through the trees, round the house in the door. I sleep all day when I feel this way. All my dog friends say, you got a heart big as the world. He'll be back soon, it's okay. You've been gone for way too long. It's so hard when the wind blows.
That's really nice. Boy, you know, I was in Austin, Texas for a few days doing some climate related stuff. And I went to the Saxon Pub, which is the Austin's equivalent of the Bluebird Cafe. It's just a great Nashville's Bluebird Cafe. It's just a great songwriter's haunt. And every Wednesday, Walt Wilkins plays there. Extraordinary, really cool songwriter. Most of his stuff is very kind of conventional, boogie, almost a boogie beat. Just great songs that catch your ear. But he did this song with the best song title I've ever heard. It has perfect punctuation. The title is Dogs Man. Dogs Man. And it's almost like a sung poem.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to play the coda. I mean, he goes through the whole, our relationship with dogs and what we learn from dogs, but in a very subtle way, beautiful, a very wrenching line about watching his dad with a shovel when their dog, one of their dogs passed away. But here's the coda. I recorded the last just the last minute, and it's worth sharing. Hold on a second. I just because we're in dog mode here. Let's see, Wilkins dog. Yeah.
Dogs. They teach us the circle of life because they only get one short life, and we only get one life. So maybe we should run straight to the lake and get out and shake and stretch out, smiling in the sun. And just wait there for the mystery truck and jump in just to see where it's going. Because, dog man. It was a pleasure to play for you.
Dogs, man.
Dogs, man. So there's a story behind that that I always try to tell some story. I usually do it before I sing a song, but I don't always. But there's I had shoulder surgery 3 years ago, rotator cuff, and I couldn't play the guitar for a while, and the only way I could play it eventually was like this, because you can't bring your arm out. So I was playing it like this and writing songs, but before that I couldn't even play it. So I was playing the harmonica, and I actually taught my dog Taco to sing when I played. This is the part of that. I should have put this on, but it goes. And Taco will go.
Oh, that's so funny.
Downstairs. I should have queued that up, but the point being is that that's all I could do. And then I realized, well, from the dog's perspective, how many have dogs here? Do we all have? But
Julio's a cat guy.
But the point,
untrue.
Oh,
is
I'm not a cat guy. I have a cat, but I am a dog guy.
oh, okay, cool.
so
It is also the
dog-
case that my wife is allergic to dogs. So
but you like dogs.
very much so.
Yeah. So it's always when you leave your dog, bye for the day, they look at you like, are you ever coming home?
Right.
It feels like that. And you come back and they're so happy. So I needed to write that song from the perspective of the dog. And then of course, so when I perform it, if Taco's not too crazy, I'll get her to sing with me.
They are wonderful musical animals too. I have to, just because I have this video clip in my computer, and you just mentioned dogs that sing, I just have to do this. So hold on a second.
Sure.
This was Mickey, who has passed away since this. One night we were watching a Clint Eastwood spaghetti Western, and it starts with this. It's just a vista, and there's a water pump, one of those windmill water pumps, and it's squeaking. It's like squeaking. It's this designed to get under your nerves, because it's this weird scene. And this was the scene in our basement TV room. Hold on. Unbelievable.
It's hysterical.
It was really it was so wild. I pulled out my phone and I just had to record that. Oh, Mickey. We miss our Mickey.
So I have to ask, what is this spaghetti western? I've never heard of that.
They were shot in Italy in the 60s. Those sprawling westerns with Eli Wallach and if you've ever seen that movie Quentin Tarantino did, something about Hollywood, there's an actor who's come back from Italy, and yeah, they were shot in Italy, and the score was done by Italian. One of the directors was Italian. It's just kind of
Enrico Morricone was the one who did a lot of
there.
those
You
scores.
go. Right, exactly.
And actually, although many of them were shot in Italy, many of them were also shot in Spain, but with all Italian crews.
That's so
And
weird.
anyways, if you ever find yourself in Almeria, Spain, the sets from many of those movies are still there. They've been sort of preserved as attractions, but they're
That's so wild.
marvelous.
Karen, is there another song that comes to mind? And I do have this YouTube video that Julio sent of him playing Brahms on Brahms' piano, which I might show in a minute too.
Do you want to do that, and I'll think of another song?
Yeah, sure. That's
Yeah.
fine. Hold on a second.
So this is the same piece I was playing before Traumerei, but I was playing
Oh,
on
so Schumann, but
played on Johannes Brahms's piano. Yeah, totally amazing.
So where in the world is his?
This is the Johannes Brahms Museum in Hamburg.
That makes sense. Okay. Now, hopefully, the sound can sometimes.
If you ask nicely, they will let you play his piano. It's amazing.
That's really cool. Let's see if we can hear it. Wow.
Yeah, that
must have been
clicking
fun.
sound is the pedal. The pedal made a huge amount of noise. You couldn't hear it there, but on just the phone picked it up.
That's funny. Well, that must have been fun. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's a mountaintop experience. I did play
Wow.
Brahms on it as well, but that one came out best.
Wow, that's really neat. It's amazing that they let people do that, but why not?
They have a plastic lid on it just so that kids don't come running upstairs to bang out chopsticks. But
Right.
if you explain that you're a musician and you'd like to play the piano, they go, sure. It's
That's
totally amazing. This beautiful sort of gesture of trust and reverence.
Yeah. And the idea, the worst thing for instruments is when they're sitting behind glass. Yeah, I was down at the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame, and so many great instruments, and they're all just locked away for the rest of their lives. Like, no, that doesn't feel so
Oh,
good.
that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what almost happened in Toy Story 2, but didn't.
Oh, gosh, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, you're right. Well, Karen, what do you think?
Well, I thought of something, and then I tried. Then I was like, "Oh God, I'm not at all in tune now." So, do you have 2 minutes to kill, or no? Should I just tune? I just do it where it is.
Do it where it is, unless it's really.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's okay. We keep talking. It's good
This
to have
is,
this.
you know this song. I just decided it was like the other one. I had to really retune. So, is that the moon I see?
Oh yeah.
Away in the west, just a headlight gleam. Seeing no express, I know she's gone. Whatever I say, and it won't be long till I make up my mind and go away. Is that the sun come up other storms may blow, and the winds may rise, still alone to go where the fast mail flies. I know she's gone, whatever I say, and it won't be long till I make up my mind and go away, till I make up my mind and go away. Thank you.
I do love that
too.
song. No, it's fine.
It is
It's
such a
beautiful
good song. And next Sunday, I'm going to be at the Will McLean Festival along with Mel and Vinny and a bunch of other people that you might know. And I was
Wow.
trying to think, are you going to do this show next Sunday? Or are you away? I can't
Next
remember.
Sunday is,
The 8th. No, the
Ninth.
9th.
I think so. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
I might try.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
yeah, it's conceivable. I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
running
Well,
around.
if you do, I might join with just my phone and give you a little view of the festival. It's a wonderful, under the oak trees, 5 stages and buildings, and an old volunteer thing like the old Clearwater Festival. So it's really pretty sweet.
Where does that one take place?
Brooksville, Florida. So north of Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's cows in the next field. You know, it's really, really pretty special place. Yep, camping, big campground, and anyway, all right, I'll shut up now.
Wow.
Where are you in Florida right now?
I'm on the Gulf side between Sarasota and Fort Myers in South Venice, a little neighborhood, and Englewood. It's been hit by the last 3. We were hit pretty bad, not as bad the last one, but yeah, there are places that aren't coming back. A lot of the beaches are still not open.
Wow.
And a lot of devastation.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah.
I used to go there a lot, but don't anymore.
Yeah, I'm
mom lived
considering not going there anymore too.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe I'll do one more tune. Oh, my knee. By the way, I'm going to be writing. I'm in the process of writing a song called Organ Music. Organ music is the conversations we all have at a certain age. Let's start with your knee, and then get to your like digestive tract.
Yep. I told you that it's called organ recital, and it's what you don't want to do around a lot of young people.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Or you do is sort of a warning. Like, don't presume your capacities will remain intact. So stay tuned. I'm working on that. What do I do now?
In that context, I saw on a flight home this weekend, Paul Reiser did a comedy special, and it's the first one he's done in 32 years. So
Wow.
it's all old person stuff, and he talks about this substantially. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I think music generally is written for younger people. So maybe we can break that cycle and write songs for altacockers. Let's see. Oh, geez. What songs am I comfortable playing? There was this one. Oh, I'll have to get the words up. Give me a second, as they say. Do I have it here recently? Oh, I don't know. I can't do it without the words. I've been writing a few songs because, we're in songwriting mode up here. What else is there to do, Jeff, in the winter other than make benches and stools and things?
There has been a lot of songwriting for sure.
Yeah. Shall I try? Yeah. Oh God. 20. I don't know. I can't remember if I played this on the show already. I think maybe I did. Oh, you know what? Screw that. I'll just do one I have done for a long time. Very fine line. Why not? It's a very fine line between a lot of things right now. It's a very fine line between winning and losing. A very fine line between living and dying. A very fine line between loving and leaving. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. Well, 5 out of 6 lotto numbers won't win you a dime. That driver ahead is a nut, you may soon be flying. The girl's out the door if you say right things at the wrong time. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. It's a very fine line that you got to walk. Gotta watch every word when you make small talk. Gotta watch every step. You find yourself crazy and crying. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. It's a very fine line that you got to walk. Gotta watch every word when you make small talk. Gotta watch every step where you find yourself crazy and crying. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. A very fine line. A very fine line. It's a very fine line between loony and sane. Very fine line between a loss and a gain. Very fine line between pleasure and pain. Most of your life you spend walking that very fine line. Well, people you think are a genius are this far from bent. President blows an election by 0.5%. We all know love hurts, but we try it again and again. We know that the line between love and despair is so thin. It's a very fine line that you got to walk. Gotta watch every word when you make small talk. Gotta watch every step where you find yourself crazy and crying. Most of your life you spend walking a very fine line. It's a very fine line that you got to walk. Gotta watch every word when you make small talk. Gotta watch every step where you find yourself crazy and crying. Most of your life you spend walking that very fine line. A very fine line. A very fine line. Life's a very fine line. It's a very fine line. There you go. And we're walking that line every day these
Yes, we
days.
are.
I think we're kind of at the end of the hour. There was one more video from one of the Ukrainian musicians that I'd like to close things out with, and it's actually he was in Los Angeles, one of these soldiers, on a bit of a tour, trying to raise support for Ukraine here in the States. This is before Trump got back into office, and in Los Angeles. Apparently, this was in Sean Penn's house in Los Angeles. This little moment took place. Let me see if I get it a little bit bigger.
Know that the space of the stars of the soldier. Know that the clubs are weapons of war. All the diamonds running for the stars. That's not the shape of my heart. That's not the shape of my
Wow.
Boy.
Just absolutely beautiful. That instrument, the bandura, has another name too, but what an extraordinary instrument.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
It's like a portable piano, essentially. So that's a wrap for this morning. Jeff Warner there in down the coast and nearby here in Maine and Stonington, Karen Brooks in Florida. We had Julio Friedman out in California and Donna Nestler and some friends in Arizona. This is Andy Revkin. This is Sustain What's Sunday Sanity iteration. And please share when we're done or anytime. Just go back to revkin.substack.com and you can find more of the performances. And onward we go through the rest of what these times are going to bring and try to make a little bit of a difference every day.
Andy, I got one. Are you around at all today?
Well, there is a thing at the Trenton Grange. There's a Rock Against Oligarchy. It runs from 2:30 till 9:30 tonight. I'm probably going to head to that.
I didn't even know about that.
But I'm around. We could talk after the show if you want.
Yeah, maybe